is my review of Dr. Stone, Chapter 128, Island-Wide Battle Royale. And things are looking pretty crazy. Essentially, Ibarra's plan is to petrify the entire island, and Senku's plan is to find the chief statue and say, "Hey, everybody, we got the chief statue here. I think that proves that Ibarra's been lying to you for a very long time. Oh, also, see this guy over here? You see how he looks exactly like your master? He's his long-lost son who Ibarra tried to murder, so he's your new chief. Huzzah!" I actually think it's kind of interesting that Soyuz hasn't been seen yet by literally anyone. I mean, Amarilla saw him, and literally the first thing she said was, "You are the master!" So, yeah. Honestly, they could just probably brought out Soyuz during the whole attempt to steal a petrification weapon, and Kurosami would have been like, "The master's son! I shall follow you now!" That would have been interesting. Now, basically, their plan is to split up in two teams. The statue retrieval team is gonna go get the statue, bring it back as fast as they can. I'm sure that won't run into any problems whatsoever. And the time-buying team is gonna go cause some distractions, trouble, so that the island doesn't get petrified while they're looking to get the master. Of course, the problem with the time-buying team is they need to find Magma, and he could be, absolutely anywhere by now. How are they even know where to look? Oh, there he is. He just fired the freaking gun. Oh, that's helpful. He's right there. And he's proves himself to be an absolute idiot because he thought he'd have no problem hitting Ibarra from about 600 feet away like it was nothing. That's not how guns work. You've seen the gun being used, practiced on. You should have figured out that at least. Thankfully, though, this did manage to put a hole in one of the boats, and Jen uses his sorcery to convince them the next hole is going to go in their heads if they don't run away. So they run away, and they have the boat. And Jen's like, "Awesome! Now we can get closer to Ibarra." Wait a second. Why am I helping you? You tried to kill me! Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's not something you should forget about! So, yeah, Jen basically just caught up at the moment and decided to help Magma do the absolute worst thing possible. Because why not? And the time-buying team manages to get a boat of their own through more direct methods. So now they're both on the way to the boats. Meanwhile, the statue retrieval team, for some reason, decided to set their entire treehouse and everything they own on fire. Don't really know why. Was this just, cause distraction in case any security was left behind, or, show off if there's anyone around? They decide to set everything on fire, I guess. Why not? Anyway, they get to the master statue, and unfortunately, he's in pieces. Ibarra destroyed him so that they couldn't, bring him back to say, "Hey, look, it's the master." Of course, now he needs to have someone build a replica of the master, so, he can use the silhouette to inspire fear in people. And then, of course, he's going to murder the sculptor, which feels like an unnecessary step. I kind of think you could just say, "Hey, I want to make a statue as a gift to the master. Do you mind carving one for me?" Sure, why not? I'd love to serve the master like this. Thanks, and don't tell anyone. It's a big surprise. Ibarra's careful, though, so I get, gotta kill all the witnesses. Anyway, now their plan is to rebuild the master. Sadly, though, even if they put him back together completely, he can't be revived. He's been too weathered and broken to the point where just not possible. Sorry, Soyuz, your father's not coming back. This leads to a very touching moment, though, where Soyuz is literally holding his father's hand. His father's severed hand. Seriously, if he wasn't made of stone right now, this would be disturbing on so many levels. "I'm sorry, it took me 20 whole years to remember, but now it's all coming back to me. Everything, father." And everyone just kind of stops for a moment like, "Oh, yeah, this is his dead father right here. We should probably give him a moment." Also just love that he actually remembered his father from the time when he was a freaking baby. Guess infantile amnesia isn't affecting him. Same thing happened to Ray in Promised Neverland, He remembers things from when he was a baby. Hell, from before he was even born, really. Same thing with Soyuz. He remembers essentially all of it. Well, maybe it'll last because I think he got a bit of a bonk on the head on his way to get to safety. Anyway, with him remembering exactly what his father looks like, which is super convenient, and the science team and their freaking master builder over there, Yayarosa, I think they're going to be okay in putting you back together, but it's going to take a little bit of time, and thankfully the distraction team has managed to get to the boat and managed to cause a whole bunch of trouble. Essentially, they just have to go crazy and cause as much chaos as they can, which I feel like it's going to be easy for them because this is Senku's freaking boat. He knows every inch of it, so I'm sure he can use that to his advantage quite a bit. Of course, Magma's just saying he's going to go just shoot the Ibarra right here and now, but... And you can actually see the girl behind him ready to knock his lights out to make sure he can't do that, which I just love. So yeah, that was an interesting chapter to say the least. It's gonna be weird. Next chapter, it's gonna be a race for them rebuilding the master statue while at the same time fighting everyone off. I'm not really sure how it would work going back and forth. Like, oh, I think this piece goes here and this piece goes here. Well, on the other side, like, we're fighting for our lives. Get the gun. Don't waste all the bullets. Oh, I've been shot. So yeah, just a weirdness all around. I mean, there is a chance Ibarra could end up still using the petrification device, on the boat itself, even though it means petrifying, half this people. Just so long as the truth doesn't get out, I definitely see that happening. Definitely going to be interesting seeing how Kirasami reacts to all this. I think it's actually funny, if she's like, oh, now I see Mose knew the truth, that wasn't the real master we've been listening to, and that's why he betrayed us. I'm so sorry I doubted you, Mose. And he's like, alright, yeah, let's go with that. I mean, it's definitely a problem that I'm not really sure how they're going to end up fixing. I mean, sure, just, petrifying him or locking him in a cage. Him, Hyoga, the other girl, they're all big threats that, there's no real way to stop right now, but let me know what you think down below. Are they going to get the statue there in time? Is everyone going to believe that Soya is really the son of the master? And what else is going to freaking happen? Be sure to like and subscribe. Until next time.
Peace.